Hi there, YouTube. This is Evil Joe with TeamEDM coming to you with a updated version of my Raidraptor deck. So this is post-Shining Victories, obviously. And I was gonna do this sooner because I basically had all the cards after the sneak, but I changed up the build a little bit after that and ended up needing a couple things, and then I was going to post after I got those, and then my computer went down, so I had to buy a new computer and deal with all that mess. And so I'm just getting around to recording this because I've had some issues. So let's get going with this. So start with the monsters, obviously. So we got 3 Vanishing, 3 Tribute, should all be pretty obvious, 3 Mimicry, 3 Fuzzy, 2 Sharp. This is probably the MVP of the deck. I actually really love this card. When I first saw this card, I was like, oh man, that's really slow. But, I mean, as I keep playing this deck, I start really loving that card. And got 1 Singing. That's all the level 4s. And then we got 1 copy of Lastrix. I've seen several people running more of these. Like, I've seen people running 3 of these. And I've seen 2, but I don't really know why. 1 is all you need because this thing is searchable and recyclable in so many different ways. You can search it with Mimicry and Nest. You can recycle it with Sharp and Nest. So, and you really only need to get its effect off once. In fact, that's you're only going to get its effect off once. Unless it gets negated, and then you just recycle it and you go for it again. And then rounding out the monsters, we have our 3 hand traps of Maxi. I wasn't running these before, but now with Fire King Island Cosmos, you absolutely need, being the best deck right now, you absolutely need 3 Maxi in the main. That, along with Burning Abyss and PK Fire still being a thing. Yeah, you just need 3. Then spells. We've got our 6 rank up magics. 3 Skip Force, and 3 Soul Shave. So yep. You just need to draw them. I kind of wish this deck had a way to search these, but it doesn't, so thus you kind of have to run 6 just to try to have these. But it's really good. And even if I had a consistent way to search them, I probably would still run the 6. It'd just be a lot nicer to have a way to search these. And then we got 2 Nest, because it's Nest. 2 Allure, Draw Power. And 2 Twin Twisters, Bone Trap Removal. Traps. We have the Solemn Brigade, because Solemn Brigade's really good. Then we got 2 Gust, 2 Call the Haunted. I still see people not running these, and I still don't know why. Like, these are, in my opinion, probably the best trap in the deck. I know it's not very good during your opponent's turn, but just having a way to flip this up and get something back from your graveyard, and during the battle phase you can do it, and just anytime you can do it, and it's just so good. So know it's not the best during your opponent's turn, like other decks that use Call the Haunted, but this thing is still absolutely amazing. And then one bottomless. So yeah. You may notice a couple things. Mostly like no instant fusion. I cut that in Norden mostly for space and extra deck. Just everything in the extra deck I love having. Like I really had to cut down this extra deck a lot for to fit in the Ultimate Falcon, which you absolutely need. So I had to cut the Norden, which meant cutting the instant fusions. It has not hurt. I almost never use the Norden anyway. But it's, yeah, I never used it that much anyway in the deck, but it was just kind of a nice option to have. But I had to cut stuff for space. So another thing that you may notice, some of you may notice, is there was the new TCG exclusive cattle call, and I have 3 of them, but I was running 2 because I kind of liked the play with 4 Strix, where you make 4 Strix turn 1, get a search, then cattle call this into Satellite Falcon, and then you rank that up into Ultimate Falcon. But it was just, you needed too many cards for that, and 2 of those cards were unsearchable. That's the Skip Force and the Cattle Call. I couldn't have that in the deck. Were really cool combo, but half of it is unsearchable, or potentially 2/3 of it, because you can make this card with 1 card. Potentially very easily. You can make this thing very easily with just 1 card. So potentially 2/3 of the combo is unsearchable, and I just could not have that. So yeah. So then extra deck, we have 3 4 Strix, Dweller, Castel, Zero Fine, Giant Hand, Utopia, Utopia Lightning. So that's it for the rank 4s, and the Lightning to go with the Utopia. And then for rank 6s, we still only run the 1 Revolution Falcon. Just, you don't need more than that. I still barely make this thing, even with the Skip Forces, but I don't know, there's been a couple times where I've been like, I don't want to bump this up to 2, but then I don't really know what to cut. I could cut one of my Infinities, because I still run the 2, but I still make this thing out the wazoo basically whenever possible through Soul Shave. So yeah, I just have not wanted to cut one of these, and that'd be probably the only thing I'd be willing to potentially cut for another Revolution Falcon. And then to round up the extra deck, we have 2 Satellite Cannon Falcons and the Ultimate Falcon. You run 2 of this because you can still make it. So you need 1 to go into the Ultimate Falcon, and then you want 1 that you can make manually, and have it be its effect, which I have. I don't do that very often either, because it's kind of hard to do. You need to have ranked up multiple times, which isn't always possible. But it's still, if you get this, it's absolutely incredible, because it's Harpy's Feather Duster that can't be responded to, and it's something. And it's that's the main part of it, but it's also 3000 beater that reduces monsters' attack points, so that's really cool. And then Ultimate Falcon is just Bird Jesus. That's basically what it is. It's Bird Jesus. So yeah, that's the deck. Let me know what you think. Until then, TeamEDM, and I am out.